Okay, acute scrotum. Acute scrotum is also a very important condition because it also causing the severe abdominal pain. And during the examination, we find out the actual pathology present in the scrotum because of the torsion of the testes. What happened? The testes uh, free floating in the scrotum, and in teenage group there is a risk of twisting of testes at the pedicle, vascular pedicle, so causing the ischemia at affected testes. It becomes inflamed, becomes edematous, and reach above apex of the scrotum. And so lie change, the testicular lie, transverse lie with high testes with edematous swollen testes at that affected hemiscrotum, the typical clinical features of the acute testicular torsion. It should be ruled out during the examination of the patient with acute abdomen. The external genitalia should be examined because the teenage group in pediatric age group, this is also the important cause of acute abdomen. Malrotation and midgut volvulus is another important condition which is responsible to develop the acute abdomen, severe abdominal pain. And what happened in this condition? The attachment of mesentery. Normally, the small bowel loops are attached to the posterior abdominal wall by a broad mesentery in oblique direction, in this direction from the DJ duodenojejunal junction up to the right iliac region at the ileocecal junction. In the posterior abdominal wall, the mesenteric attachment is present. If you recall your anatomy, the small bowel loops, although it's free floating in the abdomen, but posteriorly fixed with posterior abdominal wall by this broad mesenteric attachment, which runs from the left upper abdomen from the duodenojejunal junction from the ligament of Treitz and runs down obliquely up to the ileocecal junction. This is a normal attachment of mesenteric attachment of the intestine. But in case of malrotation, this posterior wall oblique mesenteric attachment is absent, congenitally absent. So resulting is the free floating small bowel loops without posterior attachment. So in malrotation, the cecum, ileum, appendix, they are usually present higher from the normal location to higher, just below the liver, near to the stomach, and causing the various bends, Lade's bends over pressure over the small bowel loops and causing the severe abdominal pain. And in serious consequences of this malrotation is the midgut volvulus because of the very narrow mesentery, usually twisted at the base, causing the vascular compromise of the whole small bowel loops. So when the vascular compromise develop, the whole small bowel loops become gangrenous, becomes blackish, which may perforate and leads to very serious consequences. Patient's life is danger because of this midgut volvulus, and we cannot reverse this condition. If on exploration we find out the whole small bowel become gangrenous, life saving is not possible. So early diagnosis, early intervention is required to save the life. Abdominal pain of uncertain origin, indigestion, winds pain, gases pain, acute constipation, other minor bowel disturbances. These are the medical causes which are responsible to develop the severe abdominal pain. Mesenteric lymphadenitis, various bacterial and viral infections, these are the also responsible to develop the severe abdominal pain. and usually associated with high-grade fever, localized tenderness. These are the various features which may be responsible to develop the severe abdominal pain. Meckel's diverticulum is also congenital anomaly, congenital remnant, with its various presentation, sometimes associated with acute abdomen. Because of the gut pathology, intestinal obstruction can develop because of the band present vital and cord. These are Meckel's band also we are calling Meckel's band, and sometimes the vital and cyst. Yeah, Meckel's cyst also called. The intestinal lobes are rolled around these and causing the pressure effects and obstructed underlying lumen, and distended and vomiting, constipation developed, and severe abdominal pain is present. So this pathologies also should be kept in mind during the history and examination of the patients who present with the severe abdominal pain, to rule out the surgical causes of the intestinal pathology or uh, appendicitis and other causes from the medical causes. So should be examined carefully with detailed history also. The intestinal obstruction because of the strangulating inguinal hernia, which is common cause, should be confirmed early. And sometimes the history of the previous surgery also causing the adhesions of that small bowels also ruled out. So Meckel's band, valvulus, internal hernia, intestinal duplication, these are the very rare causes, but they should be kept in mind. But because of the intestinal pathology, the patient present with severe abdominal pain and required early confirmation, diagnosis, and early exploration. X-ray abdomen, very helpful to confirm underlying intestinal pathology. Look like this X-ray, it's showing the distended gas-loaded bowel loops. And in this X-ray, this is a supine X-ray, it's X-ray erect abdomen. So in erect posture, multiple air fluid levels are very important to confirm patient has the intestinal pathology. There are three normal air fluid levels also you should know. The one air fluid level in the fundus of the stomach, if present, considered normal. Second air fluid level, second part of the duodenum, if present, considered normal. Third air fluid level in the cecal region, in the cecum, if present, considered normal. So in these three anatomical locations, if air fluid level is present, we consider normal. If more than three air fluid levels and abnormal locations, look like in this X-ray, multiple air fluid levels in the mid abdomen, the left iliac region, and the right upper and lower abdomen, with gases are just above and below this the typical air fluid levels. It suggests patient has intestinal obstruction. So very important findings on the X-ray abdomen also. Primary peritonitis, as we discussed earlier, primary peritonitis because of the blood source or from the lymphatic vessels from or sometimes from the local surrounding other structures responsible to produce the infection inflammation in the both layer of the peritoneum. In females, uh, it's very important because of the short urethra, because of the direct communication of the vaginal tract uterus through the fallopian tube into the peritoneum. Common primary peritonitis may present, and clinical features are same. High grade fever with abdominal pain, localized tenderness and guarding because of the overlying muscles become rigid. So peritonitis clinical features are same, and you should rule out that patient has because of the primary peritonitis, which is the medical condition, or sometimes because of the secondary peritonitis, because of the secondary to pathology in the intestine and require the surgical intervention. Primary peritonitis in females is also very common, and various bacteria, Streptococcus pyogenes and other, sometimes nephrotic syndrome, this condition associated with primary peritonitis. And usually prognosis is good with medical treatment. In teenage girls, in menarcheal or pubertal girls, severe abdominal pains because of the mid-cyclic pain, because of the intraperitoneal bleeding at the normal time of the ovulation. It causing the bleeding over the peritoneum cavity. So mid-cyclic pain also called Mittel-Schimmer's condition. Mittel-Schimmer's bleeding because of the bleeding at the time of the ovulation leak through the fallopian tube into the peritoneal cavity, causing the irritation of the peritoneal layers and causing the primary peritonitis. And other causes also should be ruled out in the peripubertal girls, like the small luteal cyst perforation, tubal menstruation, torsion of the ovary, and acute salpingitis, inflammation of the fallopian tubes. So these should be kept in mind in girls to rule out the gynecological causes of the acute abdomen. The pelvic inflammatory condition on clinical features present with the fever and the vaginal discharge, and pain also usually in the mid of the abdomen or lower abdomen at the hypogastrium. Ovarian torsion, another important condition, required surgical urgent exploration. Severe abdominal pain, which may be right, may be left, depending upon the underlying involvement of the ovary. And it because of the twisting of the ovary and twisting of this vascular pedicle, which causing the arrest of the blood supply to the ovary and causing severe abdominal pain, should be diagnosed early and explored early. Sometimes we require oophorectomy, removal of the ovary at that region because of the complete gangrenous, if delayed diagnosis, delayed exploration. So early surgeon's review is important in acute abdomen. Okay, the treatment. All acute abdomen patients admitted, and usually we advise NPO, nothing per oral. And in case of the presence of the vomiting, we pass nasogastric tube. So NG tube pass to evacuate the stomach content to prevent the aspiration pneumonia, and NPO patient should be kept NPO. So after that, we start with maintenance of IV fluids and the replacement of the electrolytes, and baseline investigations also advised at that time. Then we start broad spectrum antibiotics, which covers the aerobic and anaerobic organisms with strong analgesics. Because of the severe abdominal pain, patient required symptomatic treatment to relieve the symptoms. So after these baseline workup and baseline investigation and management, once we confirm patient has surgical condition, so according to the underlying cause, we explore the patient. In case of appendicitis, we explore and remove the appendix. In case of the perforation, we explore and irrigation of the peritoneal cavity, removing of the dirty content, pus, and find out the pathological condition, which type is present, and we solve the issue by, if twisted, retwisted, if malrotated, then we remove the bands, different bands, Lade's bands and other Meckel's band, and then examine the gut and to readjust the small bowel loops. So depending upon the underlying pathology, usually we explore. In case of during the examination workup, when we rule out the patient has no underlying surgical pathology, then we not intervene and only medical treatment is continued. And depending upon the response, then patient is started orally, and with time, when tolerate feeding, then we discharge with oral IV, oral antibiotics. Reason of surgery: when we started conservative management, if patient is not improving, the abdominal pain persists, even the nasogastric tube aspirate large volume of the stomach content, bilious fluids coming out continuously, Tenderness not subsided. In, even in the case of strong analgesics, patients' pain is not subsided. Tachycardic, rising pulse rate. So pulse rate increase, the tachycardia if present. These are the signs and symptoms of the acute ongoing infection, which are not controlled with medical treatment. So severe abdominal pain, toxic look, febrile, and patient not improving, high amount of the aspirated bilious fluid coming out through the NG. These are the indication of the exploration. Okay, in the last, the key points should be kept in mind that all patients who landing in the emergency with severe abdominal pain should be carefully examined. Detailed history and the physical examination is required because diagnosis is not clear at that time. So detailed history and detailed examination required. One or two examination is required, abdominal examination, to assess the underlying cause. Secondly, the peritonitis in preschool children usually difficult to diagnose. So repeated examination with localized tenderness and guarding find out. So to reach the actual underlying etiology. In case of localized tenderness present in the right iliac region, in teenage group, always suspecting acute appendicitis until proven otherwise. The investigation which are helpful, ultrasound, CT scan, if required, should be advised. External genitalia also should be examined during the first examination of the patient to rule out the testicular torsion or other inguinal obstructed hernia and other problems. So external genitalia should be ruled out, should be checked carefully because they are also responsible for the severe abdominal pain. And the last and very important, that the medical conditions always kept in mind and should be ruled out with radiological and blood investigations before the surgical exploration, because the surgical exploration is aggressive approach, and even in case of wrong diagnosis, wrongly explore the patient is associated with serious other complication of the patient. So patient maybe because of the medical condition, and if we wrongly approach the patient and intervene under general anesthesia, we open the abdomen and nothing is found, then it is another serious complication, serious problem in the patient. So the decision is very important. So timely a surgeon's review and careful examination, multiple careful physical examination, and the baseline investigation and the treatment response also very important to reach the underlying actual diagnosis. So definitive diagnosis once reached, then planned and treated according to the underlying cause of the acute abdomen. Okay, thank you.